John, yesterday you had the big wigs from City come here and address all the players. How was that received? What was that like, that news?
Well, of course, everybody was excited about it, and still is, of course, because I think it's massive for the club and for Australia football in general.
Why do you think it's such good news? There have been a few people saying that it could have negative ramifications. Why do you think it's a positive thing?
Because you're getting a lot of expertise in, you're getting people in that want to grow the club, and I think that's what it's all about, to make a next step and grow as a club. And you can grow in several different ways that in the end will help benefit Australian football.
What was your reaction? It was kept secret pretty well. You must have been quite surprised.
Yes, I was surprised. I think like a lot of us, but I think yeah, it couldn't have been better.
John, what's your position with the club going to be from now on? City officials have said they don't want to make any immediate changes. Will you be in charge for the rest of the season?
You have to ask them. No, I'm going to. It was very clear that we're continuing what we're doing. Nothing is changing. So we have a game tomorrow. We're preparing that very well and training today, and that will continue until the end of this season.
Mm-hmm.
And in the meantime, yeah, the new owners, they will of course have a lot of talks and look around, and they will decide in the end what they think that has to be happen or what has to be done. As I said, that's not of any importance now. My main role now, and that's what I said when I came, is to help the team and try to get out of this difficult situation by starting to play in a good football and get points and get the confidence up, and that doesn't change. That's still the same, and what happens in the future is not really important right now.
A lot of Australians wouldn't have heard of Tiki or Ferran prior to yesterday. Can you just explain to them, I guess, how respected these guys are in world football?
Well, if you only look at what they have achieved at Barcelona and at City, and then I think the story tells enough. I don't know them personally. I know, of course, their names. I know Chiki as a player, and he was under the dream team with Cruyff. So yeah, I can't say too much about it. They're well respected, and they have shown that they know how they can build a club.
What do you think's changed the morale of the players most over the last week? This announcement by the club for actually getting their first win last weekend, in terms of the players and how they're feeling.
Well, I hardly had the time to talk to them. Yesterday we had the announcement. The most important thing also for the players is to be focused on today, on the training, and tomorrow on the game, and look on from there. The only thing we can control is train well, try to play as good as possible, focus on what we want to do, and from there on, also they have to see what's going to happen.
How much of a boost does this give the squad and you going into Saturday's game or tomorrow's game?
You never know, of course, how things will work out, but normally I think the vibe should be positive, because if you know what kind of change has been made, that everyone would like to be involved in that, and so I assume that the players are very positive about that, and that will give them a lot of energy.
As Postecoglou said that this could lift the standard of the entire A-League, would you agree with that statement?
Yes, because every team would get stronger. If you play against better teams, if you play against good teams, normally you get better yourself as well. And if we now get resources with the new owners and strengths that we can grow as a club, we will benefit, and in the end, everyone will benefit, and it will take the level will make the level higher, and also other clubs will maybe now find investors, or the attention is now focused on Australian soccer, and I think that's a very positive thing.
John, you obviously know this club better than most. What ideas will you be presenting to the Man City people when you have a chat with them?
Look, I don't want to focus too much on that. The talks that we have is more to help them, and it's not for me now to discuss about that. What I already said, my main thing is the first team, to focus on the boys, to get them playing on a way that we think that they should play, and nothing else.
But in terms of transfers or in terms of juniors coming across, would you like to see any of those things?
No, I have my ideas, but I'll discuss that with the people involved, and that's it.
How unstabilising has it been for the players? I mean, I think this year they've trained at 6 or 7 venues, and you discussed it when you left a year and a half or so ago, that it was the next step for the club. Finding it, improving the base. How unstabilising has it been, and how significant is this? I guess purchase, because yesterday they did make it clear that they want to basically invest in a fantastic facility.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's the to have a base is very important. It's like having a home, and knowing where you from there on you can build on further. And look, if you only look at all the clubs the big clubs in Europe, all over the world, the base, having a good base is so important. Having an academy is important. So yeah, all those things they're going to work on that, of course.
Is there a chance that Storm's involvement might lead to Hart becoming a tenant club of Amy Park?
No idea.
What do you think it means for the rivalry with Victory? Because obviously it's very famous, Manchester City getting the money and becoming the noisy neighbours. Is that what you hope to achieve here?
Look, again, there are all questions about the future and about what happened yesterday, I understand. My main thing now is to prepare the game, and maybe we can have some questions about that.
All right, well, is Orlando ready to start on the weekend?
Yes, Orlando is ready to start, or at least to play a big part of the game. So we're thinking about an hour, maybe longer. We have to see how we finish up after today's training. We know Adelaide is having a very good form. They have a very good momentum, playing away and winning at Brisbane and winning against Western Sydney. Gombau is putting in a good way of playing style, and so it's going to be a fantastic game and a fantastic test for our players to see how far we are in our process, what just started like 2 weeks ago. It's short, but I see big improvements in the way we play and the energy that the boys are showing. So hopefully we can show that tomorrow as well.
With Adelaide's high line, do you think there's a chance that Speedy Mister could come back into the starting lineup?
Well, we know how they play. They want to press. They want to have the ball. Because they press forward, they have indeed a high line, like we want to do. So yeah, we have a lot of things in common. I think they're further in the way because they have a longer season playing in that way. Yes, but we'll try to see where their strengths are and where their weaknesses are, and see if we can do some damage somewhere.
Is David Williams out?
David Williams is out, and Patrick Gerhardt is doubtful and out. So there will be some changes, of course.
Mifsud as he came in off the bench for Williams?
Probably one of the possibilities will be that.
In for Gerhardt?
That's the most normal, yeah. Yeah.
How long is Williams out for?
I think he could be okay for next week, but I'm not sure. He has problems with running now, but it could be maybe after the weekend go very fast. Now it was too early. The same with Gerhardt. I think normally they would be okay for next week.
Is it difficult for a coach in this situation going forward if the owners are so controlling that essentially they're setting up a template, they want an academy, they want the team to play, all their teams to play the same style, same fashion? Is that actually a bit off-putting for a coach?
No, it makes it easy because it's clarity. I've always worked like that. Okay. The Ajax academy is like that, so all the youth teams play in a kind of style, and the first team plays in that style. So I think it's only very clear for everybody.
Okay. Just last question, guys.
John, does breaking the duck last week give you the confidence you can go to Adelaide tomorrow and actually win?
The confidence surely has grown, and the boys have played a good game, and also the games before we showed some stuff that already there was progression. What I already said, it's going to be a fantastic test tomorrow, and I think the boys are really looking forward to play that game.